Senate Select Committee on Discipline and Expulsion to order. I'll ask the Secretary to call the roll.
Bolin.
Here.
Davis.
Here.
Duhamel.
Here.
Hoffman.
Here.
Larson.
Here.
Tobin.
Here.
Wink.
Here.
Neseva.
Here.
Wheeler.
Here.
Mr. Chair, we have a quorum.
Thank you. The only agenda item on today's agenda is consideration of the draft report. You all have that in front of you at the table. It is also available online. Senator Wink, do you not have a copy?
You have a hard copy? I've looked at it online, so I know what it says.
We'll get you a hard copy. It is available on the committee website. For purposes of the record today, I'm going to ask Senator Neseba to read the draft report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It's addressed to Mr. President. Your Select Committee on Discipline and Expulsion respectfully reports that it has completed its investigation of the conduct of Senator Julie Frye-Mueller, and after due deliberation recommends that the Senate do now endorse the finding of the Select Committee that Senator Julie Frye-Mueller should, and by the approval of 3/5 vote of the Senate, shall be censured for conduct by a senator unbecoming the Senate. Specifically, the Select Committee finds and requests the Senate concur in its finding that Senator Julie Frye-Mueller engaged in harassment as defined in Joint Rule 1B-32 that had the effect of unreasonably interfering with an individual employee's work performance and creating an intimidating working environment in the Legislative Research Council. The Select Committee finds, and the Senate to concur, that Senator Julie Frye-Mueller's suspension is part of the Senate discipline for bringing the honor of the Senate into public disrepute. The Select Committee further recommends the Senate immediately lift the suspension of Senator Julie Frye-Mueller. Finally, to ensure that an intimidating work environment does not reoccur during the remainder of the 98th legislative session, the Select Committee recommends that Senator Julie Frye-Mueller's interaction and contact with staff of the Legislative Research Council, including interns and pages, be limited to the director or the director's designees. Respectfully submitted, David Wheeler, Chair, Select Committee on Discipline and Expulsion.
Thank you very much. This time, I'll open up for committee discussion or action on the report, draft report.
Mr. Chair,
Senator Neseba.
I move that we adopt the report and submit the report to the Senate.
Second.
There is a motion from Senator Neseba, a second from Senator Wink to adopt the draft report and submit it to the Senate. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing no discussion, this will be a roll call vote. The question before the committee is to adopt the draft report and submit it to the Senate. All in favor of that motion will say aye. Those opposed will say no. Secretary will call the roll.
Bolin.
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
Duhamel.
Aye.
Hoffman.
Yes.
Larson.
Aye.
Tobin.
Aye.
Wink.
Aye.
Neseba.
Aye.
Wheeler.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, there were 9 ayes, 0 nays.
The motion having received the unanimous vote of the committee, the draft report is adopted and will be submitted to the Senate. This concludes the committee's work. Is there any further business to come before the committee? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
There's a motion from Senator Wink, second from Senator Hoffman to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. We are adjourned.
This has been a News Center 1 special report.
And grew. Happy to be able to indulge that little chocolate desire and without worry-free.
And now talk about the coffee beverages you offer.
A few years back, decided to add a whole full-service coffee bar to the business. This was before I was the owner. We get our coffee from Dark Canyon Coffee here in Rapid City, a fantastic coffee supplier, and they make some of the best. One of the things they make for us is our own special blend. It's called the Mostly Chocolates blend. It's got a caramel and a chocolate and a hazelnut flavoring to it. The only place in the world you can buy it is right here. They also supply the whole coffee bar side of it, where the espresso and the blenders, and we make lattes, we make cappuccino, we have smoothies, we have everything that you would find at a typical coffee shop.
Sure. And don't you all have a drive-through as well?
We do have a drive-through, yes, and it's open at 7 every morning.
And then let's talk about the merchandise you have in here. I feel like you have a lot of unique items.
We really do. We try to find things that are not going to be found at, every other gift store in the hills. And we've really had a lot of fun stocking that. People come in and they are starting to see us as a destination for gifts in addition to the chocolates.
And my favorite part about this place is there's always samples of the chocolate. I just had some toffee over there.
Okay, fantastic. Yes, we do. We always have samples out. We've